Hi, it's Carter Man. As you can see, I'm down here in the weight room. Right, I always show you this this is kind of bragging. What the heck? And I just got done lifting, and as I was lifting, I was thinking of an unpleasant thought. This is pretty painful. Was one unpleasant thought, but the other one was that I don't want those who are my fellow conservatives to get too excited about the developments in the cokehead Hunter Biden case yesterday. You know, we're seeing a lot of chortling about, oh look, the judge, would not accept the plea bargain, blah blah blah. Well, if you look kind of deep into it, right now the judge is being painted as some sort of heroine. But if you look kind of deep into it, what the judge did was find a flaw in Biden's defense, okay, in cokehead Hunter's defense, that could have allowed some future Justice Department to bring additional charges against him. And so what she did was, protect him from that, okay? Earlier today I sent out a great video by Judge Napolitano, Henry Napolitano, where he explains that that what the judge did was alert cokehead to what the judge called, I'm not a lawyer, I don't play one on TV, so I'm going to read to you what the judge said here, the entire controversy doctrine, which says, and which the judge reminded cokehead of, that are you aware that with your plea bargain you are still open to other charges that they might come up with? He said, no, no. So she said, well, then I'm not going to accept the plea bargain. Well, you get all that straightened out. So that's what's happened here. There might have been a loophole that would allow some future Justice Department prosecutors, maybe under a new president, to come in and where there was no statute of limitations on some of the charges against cokehead, go after him seriously. And so what she did was say to the lawyers, you need to go back and cover that, and to Biden's legal team. And remember, Biden's legal team was not just those shyster lawyers he had with him in court. Biden's legal team also includes Merrick Garland and Christopher Wray and all of the other Biden appointees at the Department of Injustice. Okay? So I'm sorry, but I want to suggest to you that all we saw yesterday was the closing of a loophole that might have subjected cokehead to future charges. So now Merrick Garland and his crew and Christopher Wray can get together and say, hey, let's make sure that we cover all the bases here so that so the cokehead can never be prosecuted fairly and justly like any other American whose name is not Biden would be. So just think about it, check it out, and I think I just don't want anybody who seriously believes in equal justice under the law to perhaps be fooled by the kabuki theater we saw yesterday. And to give further credence to that, don't forget that while this was going on, the Biden Justice Department, Merrick Garland again, and his crew, the same people who are supposed to be prosecuting cokehead, were announcing that there would be no charges whatsoever for campaign finance violations against the little punk Sam Bankman-Fried. Just dropped them all. Just, no, forget about it. Nothing to see here. That's just appalling. And if anybody doubted what the Justice Department was really up to in their Biden case yesterday, just look what they did with Bankman-Fried, who absolutely, the little billionaire, woke millennial who violated our laws, and the Justice Department has now announced, well, come on, not that big a deal. We're dropping everything, which I think is what they have in store for Cokehead Hunter as well. So just brace yourself, be prepared. We are living in a day and age when justice is not blind, it's all seeing, and what it sees is that those on the left should get away with any crime they care to commit. Makes the elections coming up in 2024 pivotal, folks. If we don't take back the Senate, if we don't broaden by at least 20 seats the House, hopefully even take the presidency, even though I've told you again, I'm going to say it again, if they were willing to manufacture 80 million votes, 81 million votes in 2020, they'll certainly be willing to manufacture 100 million in 2024. So that's going to be very tough. Our best bet might be that RFK takes Biden out in the primary. So we'll see what happens. But whatever happens, we have to have the House and the Senate if we're going to return to any semblance of equal justice under the law. So let's get in there, fight that battle. Let's do this thing.